Meet Theresa Caputo. She claims to speak to the dead. However, sadly she is interested in nothing more than stealing your money or tears by convincing you, the emotionally anemic, that she is really psychic, when in fact, she is nothing more than a vulture in a tree waiting for the next prey. Theresa Caputo uses a technique referred to as cold reading. In simple terms, it's how to talk to someone, even a complete stranger, and give the impression you know everything about them, when in fact you may know nothing.
Darren, could you begin by telling me what cold reading is and how it's used?
Cold reading, I suppose, is the way that a complete stranger can seemingly tell you everything about...
Darren Brown began his UK television career in December 2000 with a series of specials called Mind Control. Since redefining the genre of magic for intelligent, modern audiences, he has become synonymous with the art of psychological manipulation.
...about yourself without being psychic.
Caputo will often interview the audience when they're in line waiting to see her, as she does here prior to her interview with Anderson Cooper. This technique was employed by Doris Stokes. She would feed back any data she got, as if she were refreshing her memory.
I'm Theresa. You guys, I know we've never met before. I don't know if you have ever been to a medium before.
And without knowing anything about you. In essence, the cold reader, or psychic, is supplying a lot of words, and you as the sitter, the other person, is supplying the meaning to those words.
By asking a person the right questions, listening carefully, and making a guess or two, you can convince even many skeptics that you really are able to communicate with the spirit world.
Talk about the young male that passed in the tragedy. Is this your son?
Here, Caputo is shotgunning the audience. Shotgunning is a technique in which you make one or more broad general statements. And it's no surprise Caputo has asked the same question, however, with a different audience.
There are linguistic tricks which, unless you're aware of them, are very easy to fall for. And those tricks can give the impression that the person knows everything about your character, or might refer to facts and things from your life or from your past that they seemingly...
Hello. A young male passed in a tragedy. I don't know if I want to do this.
I'm going to start with the young man that passed. Who lost the young male that works here?
Hold on, I'll find out.
Okay.
If a psychic, a so-called psychic, a trickster, was trying to pretend to guess, I don't know, the name of the sitter's grandfather or something like that, what would be the kind of thing they might do?
Well, very often, I mean, even guessing the name of a grandfather, if you back up, what tends to happen is that the psychic will, if it's with a group of people, throw out a name and say, I'm getting the name John or Albert or some name that's sort of suitable for the age group they're working with.
M-R, it's M-vowel-R. So your grandmother is departed and her name is Mary. And who is the M-R name? Mark, Mary, Marie. They don't have to be past. They could be here in the physical world.
And now that name could refer to a person in the audience who's living, or it could refer to someone that's died, or it could be a friend of the, it really could be anything. So it's up to somebody to pick up on it.
But somebody lost their husband over here.
Is there anybody in the audience who wants to talk with Theresa about...
Or do you know someone that lost the husband?
And turn it into what they want it to be. And of course, if they say, yes, that was my husband, then the reader can go, yes, that's right, he's here, he's saying he still loves you, or whatever that is. And they turn it back into, make it sound as if they were saying it was your husband, but in fact it could have been anybody, it could have been the name of the person that was sat there.
Scifake.com will have more, with video, on how Theresa Caputo continues to take advantage of the vulnerable, and we will talk more about cold reading. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel.